tell you right now how to last, oh hope, yeah. Go where the cottonwood trees have all turned yellow, shining like 1,000 suns in the light, where the ancient ones come back to life. I'm coming back to life. So much life here in the desert, in Moab in November. If I put aside my questions and listen a little more to the Red Rock Mountains, sing a prayer in Navajo, I feel it to the 1, 2, 4. There is a wisdom in the air, stories carved in stone. We are all taking part in something bigger in Moab in November. In Moab in November, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Phil Farmer, I just hear devout, you know, just that ocean. You know, I played ball, mentioned beforehand that it's about, you know, Moab, and just the experience that I had going to Moab, standing until I visited and spent the night with my booking agent in the Red Rock Canyons, you know, because that's how you do it in folk music. But anyway, anyway, she's a really wonderful candidate. I'm a, what do they call that? You know, I don't know, like an armchair therapist, right? So I'm at the armchair camp. I really love it. I could probably fake it, you know, I just don't have a lot of experience. But anyway, so she hooked us up with all the gear, and we were able to be out and camp overnight and wake up to frost on the outside of the tent, and you know, just this incredible view of waking up to these, you know, half the mountain, half these, I feel like they're mountains, you know, they're more rocks, but they're like huge, you know, like furniture for the gods or something. You know, it's like half of the rocks are on fire, you know, and then the other half is like asleep, you know, and it's really, there's something really precious about that memory, and also just itself, you know, really settled into my heart in a way that it's a place I can return to. I feel like, you know, a bigger space. And remember the desert and how, you know, I think that the desert is like, you know, empty, this wasteland of, you know, blowing sand, but really there's so much that's living there. There's so much life. There's, you know, and just learning about that, going to Moab, I just was really inspired by all the plants and animals that, like, they've got some mad skills, y'all. I mean, holds in the water, like, it's like, anyway, it's not grass, it's called something else, but I do not remember. But anyway, but yeah, oh, so lovely. Where's my set list? Oh, there I go. yeah, so another request. All of these are requests, and I'm maybe not always saying the person's name, but I do have you here, and I've made sure that I play songs that, except for one, I really apologize, but I just have it in me to do it. But let's see here. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a Oak Tree, and Ellie requested this song, so. So I wrote this song when I was in college and really procrastinating, doing a paper or some sort of thing. And I remember being overwhelmed by life, being overwhelmed by, I think just in your 20s, you don't realize how much you're changing, trying to figure out my finger. Sitting under this oak tree, I'm wasting time. Foggy brain thoughts loose in my mind. The day is lovely and I'm happy inside. I think this need to be let go. I keep thinking someday I'll have control. The need to be pilot in my life, so I know left or right is the way to go, yeah. I need to stop giving myself airtime, yeah. Oak tree, where are you today? Oak tree, I need a place to sit and think about nothing at all. It's so nice in the open air. It's so calming just to sit there, to think of being and be awake. The times I do that, I feel great. And yeah, I have problems I don't understand, and yeah, I have demands on my time. The things I don't for the things I do know. Oak tree, where are you today? Oak tree, I need a place to sit and think about nothing at all. Oh my goodness, y'all. So I started that a little more than I meant to. This is like, I really gotta dig in, just like, I felt it. I hope you felt it too. This is a song that's going out to Australia. It's that a little ditty of a song that really, it's true. It's true. Trouble. Things that are holding our hearts hostage, that ultimately to our heart free us. Really, that's the ways that I can just somehow radically accept those impingements, those imperfections, those traumas, make peace with what's happening in this heart and mind. Suddenly it's a part of the it's a part of the healing. I think about that with so many things, a troubled world. I think about that with all the ways that we hurt each other. Yeah. There we go. Trouble hangs around like an old friend wearing my clothes, singing songs. It's just how trouble, a record playing in my head, catching my heart with a pretty tune I can't forget. Trouble hangs there with a smirk and a grin, caught in between what is real and pretend. Hangs around making small talk with me for or kind of missy and seeing you can't bother me. Who set me free? Idea of seeing trouble, it's like you can't just, it's not just seeing trouble, it's like loving trouble up with a kind eye, it's like a soft gaze, and because sometimes, I can really see something with judgment. There's a different energy, I see you, watch out, But, and so I feel like there's that love piece in there that I feel like it's in my own house. I'm just in my own house and you're in my house and we're having a little conversation here. And so I'm just extra here. And I hope that's okay with you. Cause you're not talking very much. And somebody's got to take up the space. No, I'm just kidding. But, let's see. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh, a good one. Lots of people wanted this one. Stephen Goldberg, and let's see, a lot of folks wanted "You Are Royal to Me," song that I wrote for my granny, and that's the person. I hope the other people don't mind if I can't find their name, but that's somebody who. Anyway, so thank you so much, all of y'all, for recommending the song, because this is a song I wrote for my granny. And while I'm tuning here really quick, my granny, so for those of you who may not know, I think in everybody I am, but I'm originally from Texas. And so just in case you don't know, she was, like a Texas woman, she was like hard but soft, you know what I mean? And it's like she had edges, but they were like, and I mentioned this on my live album, and I think it's a really great way of describing her. She's like French bread, like hard on the outside, but then really soft and yummy on the, it's like, so she really had this exterior that could frighten people. But you know, if you really knew what a softie she was, and of course me being her grandchild, she was a total softie to me, you know. And she had this amazing life where she didn't graduate from high school, or maybe she finished her GED, went to college, actually dropped out of high school because she had to take care of her family. Her mom wasn't so well, and so as a result, you know, she had to learn everything by street smarts, you know what I mean? Like, she had to work her way up and play the game, you know, because, you know, the whole being a woman, you know, in the work world is it's different now, but it was worse back then. I mean, it's you know, it was hard, and she was one of those pioneers for folks. But she married this oil man, and and she put everything they had into this mud logging business, and then he died, and she had to take over the business, and so she told me later after, she told me, I said, Granny, how did you do that? And she said, well, I didn't really have a choice. You know, and she said, you know what? They don't know what you I was like, wow, my granny. Oh, she was the boss. And of all these guys, these rough guys. Anyway, I just looked up to her so much, and she treated me, you know, with such like I was special. I don't need that, because there was a lot going on that it was hard to be seen in a lot of the spaces I was in growing up. And so my granny's sunlight really helped me survive and grow and become who I am. Hold on for 1 second. I think I've got something. I got all excited talking. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. So 1 second, y'all. See. Oh, it's a capo thing. I just, you know, it's sometimes you just forget, and it's like, wait a minute. You know, things do change when you look at them, and so I was a little worried that my guitar had changed. I'm like, am I looking too closely? Back up. Yeah. Somebody in your life who made all the difference. Yeah. How do you write a song for? How do you find the words or the melody? Imagine a honky-tonk symphony, or a pedal steel playing a Beethoven suite. How do you write a song for a queen? When I was a kid, you'd sit on your throne, and we found the highway Lincoln Continental. You saw the good. You said I was bright. I felt like the sun, seeing myself in your Texas, in that small town. So I kept my head down. I would run home, go to play cards with you again. We would laugh and cry while talking. You'll never know just what your love means. Now you wear a crown of silver in place of your gold, and time has taken all. If you ever doubt you made a difference for me, I am who I am because I was loved by a queen. I am who I am. I was loved by a queen. Yeah, you will always be royalty to me. Oh my goodness, y'all. So fun. It was so fun to see a little Arizona. Just all the folks that are popping up. I was in the song, thinking about my granny. And I look up and I see Paul, and I think, these names. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, in the song. It's funny, back and forth, but just, it's a different kind of performance. Like, when you have the audience in front of you, your audience is there. Right? You check them out. And expect new, you know what I mean, to happen. Like, it's just like, so with the poppy, thing that happens, the Zoom, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like we've settled, we got each other, but with on the, anyway. So I'm actually oh my goodness, y'all. Let's play, because this is requested by quite a few people. Also, Carly requested it, and let's see here. Quite a few people requested right on time. Well, for sure Carly did. So, yeah. And I should let y'all know I still have that phone number happening. It's that right on time hotline, and I still update it once in a while, and certainly have a space for messages, and I listen to the messages, and have, my daughter also uses the phone, so it's sort of like sometimes the messages from her people are so long. It's like finding my people. It may take me a minute to get back to you, but she doesn't use the actual phone. She just uses the text. So yeah, I think I'm ever interested in just a loving of affirmation, just the loving support for like a few minutes, but you don't want to necessarily, but you're for that's why I'm doing it, and I'm doing it all because it really helpful for me. A hotline message really affirming of inherent worth, and that we don't have to, to matter. We don't have to, we've got a society that's so credential based, and so like we have to earn our place, or, you know, like there's all these messages, and that's really not, I don't think, true, because we're kind of magic. we're science. Is that the, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like, you know, all the way, you know, socialized ourselves, you know, as a whole, you know, there are some really good things that we've done to help, you know, connect, and then also some things maybe haven't, think, for sure, those conditioned, you know, ways of saying, like, you know, inherent worth. We're not worth more than others because of our gifts, and we're not worth less than, because, you know, it's just inherent worth. And that doesn't mean that, like, you know, we don't sometimes win or sometimes lose, or like just that solid ground of inherent worth. There's never like a falling below that, you know, in reality. It can feel that way though. Like the Tara Brach, I love to listen to her, and she's the one statement that she said that comes up in my head all the time: real but not true. You know, that thing that's real but not true. It's like it really feels real. You know, so it's that one down feels real, but it's just, you know, we are so and I have to say that a lot to myself still. But I do believe it's just, I don't always totally remember. I don't remember what I believe sometimes, and so it's just, I think, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and yeah, the number. Well, in there, but it's 612-998-2355. Did she put it in there? Thank you. Did you put it in there, Chris? Oh, thank you. No, yeah, you did. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Oh, rock star. This is me. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Someone's a little, I mean, it can be just right, you know, a little flat. It can be perfectly flat. It doesn't have to necessarily be always upright, you know, things, but not that. I wish for you to be free from doubt. When you feel left behind or left out, when the world seems brighter everywhere else, your mind is lost inside ocean well, right on time, you're right. Is a tender thing, restless and hopeful, and sometimes you need shelter and a space to be a little tough, not tough enough, a little lost at sea. And when everyone is racing and you join in, if you can, try running with a smile, cause there is a danger in going too fast, or getting too far ahead can set you back. Right on time, you are right on time, you're right on time. You are right on one time, and when you're tired, cried so many tears, all gone. When there's nothing you haven't tried to fix this uncertain road. Oh, and everywhere you look, you see regret, caught up in the past and what might have been. What we can never know will make our heads spin. A little love, a little trust, a lot of forgiveness.